And so one of the things that we've learned in this history that our people need to understand, because we've experienced racism in this country, we're continuing to experience that racism. The Cubans experienced racism. And number one, Juan Almeida, who was the general that had fought in the Cuban Revolution, and the delegation represented the images and the skin color and the multinationalism of the Cuban people. That's important. So when they arrive in New York, they're being shunned at the Shelburne Hotel, which is right near the Cuban mission to the UN. And so they were asked to put up, it was almost like a bribe, really, of $20,000 or more just to stay in the hotel, right? They had to put that down. And Fidel said, absolutely not. So what they did, and this story is such an important story, it's not just hearsay. We've heard this, and in our book, Fidel and Malcolm X, Memories of a Meeting, we have firsthand accounts of what Fidel said, and also Juan Almeida, and also one of the brothers who was a journalist accompanying them. So when they decided that they were not going to pay this bribe at the hotel, Fidel threatened to set up tents on the campus of the United Nations. And this really created an uproar. But meanwhile, there was an organization and a solidarity movement in this country. It was called the Fair Play for Cuba Committee. And it had a lot of contacts with folks from Panama, African Americans, the Latino community, the Dominicans. And so coming together, Malcolm heard about this as well, because he was also on a kind of like a committee in Harlem that was trying to deal with the housing segregation and what have you. And so when Fidel heard that Cubans needed a place to stay, he invited them up to Harlem. And it's just amazing. There are few people left who can better describe this situation than I can. They said that thousands of Black folk just came out in the street out of nowhere, and they welcomed the Cuban delegation. And on the night of the 19th, there was a meeting where Fidel actually embraced and accepted Malcolm into this little room with the entire delegation where they talked. And one of the things that I remember in hearing Fidel talk and in reading, Fidel said, Malcolm said to him, you have done exactly in your country what we're struggling here to do.